everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here, or you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It helps us feed all of our hungry hippos. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. So today we're doing what sold on Poshmark in the month of August. I've pulled up the highlights of our sales from that platform, and we'll go through them and talk about them. I did pull up every single plush sale, all 3 of them, to talk about. I do like to talk about plush, so I like to pull all of those up. But as far as our other categories we sell in, I've just pulled up highlights to talk about with you for one reason or the other. Each one of these items has a teachable moment or something I want to talk about. It's never just highlight reels on this channel. There's always a reason for every item I show you, except for plush. Plush, I just show you to show you because I like to show them and talk about them. But everything else, there's always a reason behind it. There's always something I feel like I can teach you or show you or help you with behind each item. So let's jump on in with Blue. Melissa and Doug is a brand that most people are familiar with. They make a lot of kids' toys. A lot of their plushies and toys I find are pieces of a bigger set. So they have big play sets of like all Mickey Mouse and his friends puppets, or they have vet play sets. They have tool play sets, and they're like little plush tools. So these are never going to sell for very much money because you're selling a replacement part. But y'all know kids lose stuff all the time. So they're always looking to replace the parts and pieces from the play sets. So I always pick these up when I find them for 50 cents or whatever, at church sales or garage sales. I don't really thrift plush at my thrift stores anymore because they're just so high. Like they price them so high. But you can still find them at church sales, garage sales, and there's plenty of places online where you can purchase bulk buys of plush and they come out $1 or less a piece. But these you don't want to pay a lot for because you're not going to be able to get a lot for these, but they sell all the time. They sell consistently because kids are always losing stuff. Everyone knows Jellycat. The unfortunate thing with Jellycat is it is a brand that people raced to the bottom on. So it lost a lot of its value over the past 7 years that I've been reselling. When I first started back in 2017, a Jellycat like this would have sold for $50 or $60, maybe even more. Like around Easter, you probably could have put this up for $70 or $75. Things change. I understand that. The economy is not the greatest right now. People probably don't have $75 to spend on a rabbit, but a lot of the problem too is that race to the bottom. So make sure that you're doing your due diligence and comping everything you buy. Don't just assume, oh, it's just a stuffed animal, and don't just kind of pick a price. Look at the comps, like really look at them. If you see something that's selling for less than you think it should, look at the other ones, because I feel like this mistake is it's probably a lot of new resellers, and that's okay. We all started somewhere. We all have to learn. But I feel like a lot of new resellers would see this Jellycat being listed for 10 and 15 free ship on eBay, which it happens, and that, oh, that's what it's worth because they're new. They don't understand. They don't know what Jellycat is. So make sure you're going through all the sold, and what they're listed for. I look at both, and I always recommend other people look at both because what it's sold for is great. That's what it sells for. But things change. What they're selling for now, what they're listed for, could be more. If a movie comes out or a kid's TV show comes out and you have a character, it could be worth more now, or it could be worth less. But anyway, Jellycat's a good brand. And you guys know I love my Build-A-Bear. I always say sell their clothes separately unless they're clearly a theme. If it's a Iron Man bear and he's in his Iron Man costume, you want to sell the whole set together. You can get more money that way. But if you get a plain dog, bunny, bear, and they have an outfit on, strip them down and sell everything separate. You'll make more money that way. This is Aurora from Sleeping Beauty's pink dress and shoes. Here's a bra. So don't overlook bras. If you can find bras at your thrift stores, clean out your own drawers once a year, do some spring cleaning and sell what you maybe bought but never wore. Bras do really well. I just don't find them a lot that often. I do have friends who buy them from places like I buy jeans. They get boxes and boxes of them, but they do really well. And sometimes it's more about the size and the look. So this is not that great of a brand. I believe this is a Target brand. But it is a size 40D, which is a larger size, which is harder to find for women, and it's pretty. Other women that are watching this that wear these larger sizes understand that usually you can't find pretty bras in the big sizes. So when you find the big sizes and they're pretty and they're lacy, you can get a little bit more money for them, even if it's like a Target brand. These are Anthropology made the Colette jeans. These may look familiar to you because they probably are. These sold on eBay first, and the buyer opened, I'll call it what it is. She opened a false item, not as described, because she felt that the wash was not dark. They're dark. But she had a similar pair, knew it tags, and they looked different, or she just claimed they weren't the shade or the color she thought they were going to be. So she opened an item that is described, which was false, because color is buyer's remorse. And I have free returns on eBay. So all she had to do literally was open a return for change my mind, didn't like. She literally could have used our free returns that we offer on all of our products and just say she didn't like them. But she had to open an item that was described because they weren't the same color blue she was expecting. So, now that we charge shipping on eBay, we used to do free shipping. We charge shipping now. I refunded her all but her original shipping, which is something you're allowed to do on eBay. And I felt justified in doing so. Anyway, the thing about this brand is they're bolo. These are the Colette Mave. Let me show you the tag. I got these in a ThredUp box and I was so excited. They sold within a week on eBay the first time. And when I got them back and refunded her, I relisted them and they sold within 2 days on Poshmark for $65. So this is still something I really would look for. Unfortunately, we're always going to run into buyers who don't like what they get. I think we do returns as part of business, and I'm fine if people open them for didn't fit, didn't like, and they're honest. I don't like it when they try to say the color was wrong and you misled me, or my favorite one is, but I always wear this size in this brand. This tag must be wrong. You mistagged this, like I'm in the factory putting the tags. But anyway, my point is when you find a really good bolo, it'll sell again. It's fine. So just take the return. It's part of business. Get it relisted. I got a couple bundles here of comics, and I wanted to show you these and talk about these because a lot of buyers on Poshmark will bundle their comics, and these are lower end comics you can see here. These are like bread and butter, and these are some of the cheapos that we get. But a lot of buyers on Poshmark will bundle comics because the shipping they pay on here is like $7.95. They don't want to pay $8 shipping for one comic. So we get a lot of buyers on here who will, they'll either create the bundle themselves and I send them the offer, or they'll like 5 of our comics or whatever, and I just send them an offer. This morning we just shipped another bundle out. So items like this and lighter weight like video games and stuff, you will get bundles on Poshmark because they want to get as many as they can for the shipping they're paying, if that makes sense. We sold a blue tiger's eye marbleized beaded gold tone stretch bracelet for $15. This is a pretty cool bracelet. And then ambiguous ambig straight. Never heard of these. They came to me in a ThredUp. And you know what? I would source these on purpose. I would pick these up at the thrift. They sold for $19. They're men's, and they took maybe 4 days to sell. They were pretty fast. Here's another bundle. This one's unique because they bought a bracelet. This is a really cool bracelet. Check that out. And a remote control. So, hey, I lost my remote, and while I'm here, let me check out the jewelry. All right, so those are the highlights from Poshmark from August. We had a lot of our normal bread and butter sales, but I wanted to talk about these things with you. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.